right. How's it going, guys? It is Ray Alvarez, Shoe with Ray. You're here live on YouTube. We're gonna be editing a little bit, editing and chatting for a little while. So let me get all set up here real quick. We're doing this, guys. We're doing this. We are live. Be editing a little bit. Editing for a while. Checking audio, checking audio feed, making sure it sounds good. Get all set up here real quick. All right, give me a sec, guys. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Perfect. All right, bear with me, guys, real quick. I'm just getting my chat here for you guys. What's up, Casey? What is up, Casey? What is up, man? Paige, what's up? Creative Mind, what's up, man? Welcome to the live. I just got out of work. Can you guys hear me good? Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me. There's not a major difference. I like using Lightroom Classic. Let me know if you guys can see my screen, see me. I am just getting everything ready here so that way we could get the chat in here real quick. Where is my chat? Welcome all of you guys. Classic for the win. That is right. Casey is right. Classic for the win. There's honestly no preference, honestly, but I use Classic, and that's just what I got. I use the latest and greatest all the time. All right, I'm opening up my chat. Once I open up my chat and everything, I'll get started here for you guys. Oh, there you go. Chat. Perfect. What's this do? Bear with me, guys. This is all new to me. There we go. All right. That's better. Can we see your presets? So I don't have any presets, but I don't mind talking about Imagine AI presets. We can talk about that here in a little bit. I can show you guys. Thank you, Paige. Share this with your friends, guys. Facebook, Instagram. I need some photographers in here. I need some people in here. Welcome to the channel, guys. I don't do these much. I don't even think I know how, but why not chat with you guys for a little bit, you know? While I edit some photos here. So you guys are seeing Dr. A in the background here. I did a photo shoot with him the other day. And I'm just going to be editing a few photos, just kind of get them ready for him and stuff. Show you a little bit of my process and a little bit of my style. So I don't use Lightroom Mobile. That's, if you know me, and Casey knows me, he could tell you, I hate editing on my phone. I hate using my phone for business. I just hate it. I love having a computer or a laptop. So like right now I'm staring into my laptop, just getting stuff done here. I just really hate doing any sort of work on the phone. So I don't use Lightroom Mobile, but it's totally fine. You know, if it works, it works. Everything works for somebody. All right, who else do we have here, guys? Check in. Let's see who's here with us. Rusty, the Rusty Nail. That's my guy Casey, my brother from another mother. Creative Mind Photography. You've been up on your challenges lately with the low budget lenses, low budget everything. I like that. I like the style, man. Paige. Who else is here, guys? Who else is here? Check in. Let's see. On a Friday evening at 9 Eastern Standard Time. Who's excited for my giveaway? Who knows about my giveaway? I'm giving away a few items. I'm giving away the AD200 Pro 2, the latest one. Oh no, that's understandable. That's completely fine. I use my iPad on my photo shoots live. So while I'm shooting, I'm showing my clients what they look like and what the photos look like, so that way they're happy. Because if you're looking at the photos and then you show them and they don't see and you don't show them the pictures when they get back home, and then you show them the pictures and they're upset, you just wasted a whole bunch of time and energy in a photo shoot that they're not happy with. So the iPad is good. You show them what you're creating. Jeez, you went all the way to Ohio? Damn. That's awesome though. Are you like currently at the park, like inside of the water park, or like you're in the room? Have fun, guys. I'm considering going to the new park here maybe in a few weeks. We'll do it. I'm just waiting till it dies down a little bit before grand opening, because I want to make sure I take advantage of that. Hold on, let me see if I can share this live on my Facebook. Let me see if I can share this live on my Facebook. Give me one sec, guys. I don't know how to do that shit. This is new to me. I feel so old. Get shareable link. All right, perfect. Let me put this on my Facebook, guys, so that way you guys can give me one sec, guys. What's everybody up to? What are you guys all doing? Light recipes. All right, tell me one of them. Tell me one of them if you can type it down here. Let's see here. Nice. What are you working on, Creative Mind? What are you editing right now? All right, I'm gonna get started with these edits pretty soon here. I'm just getting some people in here. I'm pushing it on Facebook. About to push it on. I'm about to push it on Instagram as well. Let me just share this on Instagram real quick, guys. What else is everybody up to, guys? Bear me a minute, guys. I'm just adding this link on my Instagram. Awesome. Zip drive. That's funny, guys. Mini DV. Some fine art lighting from Big H videos. All right. I did a modeling parking garage shoot. I'm looking forward to seeing that, man. I know I got you on Facebook or something, so feel free to share it and just tag me in the comments or something. I would love to see what you created. You guys are hanging out in the room, Casey? Done for the day, or you're gonna go back out? Let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to lower my screen here. Just place it over here. Actually, let's do this. All right. So, guys, I have Dr. A here, and let me just check something real quick before I continue here. All right, so guys, I have Dr. A here. I was working on his photos. So this specific photo here is done with the 135mm 1.8 fantastic lens. For those of you who don't know about Viltrox, it is a fantastic brand. They got some really affordable lenses coming out, budget lenses, but they don't perform like budget lenses. They do really well. The glass is really good. The glass is clean. I really like using the Viltrox, so that was shot with this one. So let's reset this photo. This is straight out of camera right then and there. The lighting coming from the right side here. And it's literally like 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It was getting really hot. I started sweating. I don't have any presets, guys. Every single photo shoot I do is customized. If I'm using Imagine AI, I do use presets, my preset. But I definitely don't use presets here on Lightroom when I'm editing. I literally just take one photo and edit it and then copy that and just apply it to the rest of them. I try my best to keep my work consistent. Shout outs to FJH Francisco. What's up, man? He is in the building. Viltrox 135. Shout outs to you guys. Shout outs to Viltrox, man. Those are awesome lenses, awesome people. But we're just here talking about Dr. A. Like I said, this is straight out of camera, no editing, nothing applied. This is how it came out of the camera with lighting. It is really bright. So what the first thing that you usually see me doing is lowering the highlights and lowering the whites on these photos. Clearly, his bald head is really, really bright. So we want to make sure that we take care of my guy here, not let it be overexposed. And we could definitely do more skin retouching and editing later in Evoto, which I'm going to transfer this out to Evoto here in a moment. But I definitely want to show you guys what we'll be doing in Lightroom first. Now, for those of you that don't know, you can essentially do this same workflow in Evoto. You can do that as well. You don't have to use Lightroom. I just decided to pop it in Lightroom here for cataloging reasons. But other than that, you can definitely get away with just using Evoto. Making adjustments like exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, texture, things like that. And then after that, bring it into the skin retouching panel where you do like, you know, eye bag removal, wrinkle removal. You can get rid of forehead wrinkles here. Let me go to the next song. And yeah, you can definitely get rid of strong highlights in this section here. So those are things you could do in Evoto, and I'll show you guys how to do those here in a sec. But if you were to do it in Lightroom, we'll just lower them right here, just like that. And then lower some of the whites. You don't want to make it too dull. So you just, you know, play around with it just a little bit. Mr. Flashpoint, that's Mr. Godox right there. I just heard he's the Godox ambassador, so congrats to Francisco for that. That's a big win right there, guys. But yeah, he is in the building. All right, so yeah, like I said, lower those highlights, lower those whites. I would expose it a little bit more, get that contrast a little bit more in there. There you go. Just find that fine line. Don't do it too much, guys. And that's a good balance right there. I still think there's a little bit too much brightness here, so let's lower those whites and highlights just a tad bit more. Bring those shadows down to give more contrast and darken the darker areas. Perfect. And then if you want, you could even separate from the background. Click this tool right here, masking, and create a masking for the background, which Lightroom automatically does for you. So now it's masked the background, so it's just selected that section. You could always just lower the exposure, darken it, or you can brighten it, but I'm not gonna overdo it, so just bring it right around there. If you want to bring some saturation back into the shot, you can do that by just playing with these sliders here. Don't overdo it, guys. You can get away really easy. You can get away with it. You can overdo it quite a bit, so don't do it too much. Once you're done, you get out of that. I think that's a happy medium right there for me. So I kind of want to edit his skin a little bit in Evoto, not too much. Don't get carried away. So we'll open it up in Evoto. The question is, let me open it up on the screen here. Was distance a factor that got in the way of shooting and communicating with the subject? So not really, no, because I knew and I was prepared to distance myself from the subject in this case. So it was a little windy to the right of this image. There was water. It was like a big lake. So it was a little windy, but not too much. So it was enough for me to work solo with this subject and the light placement on the right side. I'm using a 42-inch Magbox softbox on a cheetah stand C10. And like I said, the wind wasn't a big factor here today, well, in the photo. And the first thing I did was I placed the subject where I wanted him, and I visualized it. And in my head and just using my eyes, I framed him the way I thought that would work best for me. knowing exactly where I kind of was going to be. I wanted to shoot it at an angle because I wanted to show that compression. I wanted to just show those leading lines that you see where he's sitting. And then after that, I placed the lighting where I thought it would work, which was literally right in front of him, because I'm dealing with the sun also in front of him. So I kind of just wanted to balance the ambient lighting, the sun that was the sun light fall off on his face, along with my light to just balance it well. So when I did that, I just got into position and said, all right, just hold it right there. That's actually a good photo. He literally was just sitting like that. And I thought that was the best case scenario for how tall he is. So let's step back a little bit, got the shot, and I have behind the scenes, which I'll be posting on my channel here in a few days, but that's how I got the shot. So no, there wasn't a distance factor at all. I gave you a long answer there, right? Let's go back to editing. And I think I opened it in Evoto. There you go. All right, so now we got it open in Evoto, guys. Someone had mentioned something about presets earlier. So I don't have set presets because the thing is, one preset color or exposure or saturation, color grading is not going to work for every image. You have to remember that every project is different. You know, if someone contacts me for a branding session and they're lawyers, it's not going to be done. It's not going to be the same as a branding session for a makeup artist. So just keep that in mind, guys. I don't really have like set presets for people. I save them, but I don't necessarily use them or use the same presets for each photo shoot. Every photo shoot is custom, and I like to do true tone. So I try my best to get it as close to real life as it was, just because I love color and I love true tone colors. So we're gonna go straight to editing now. So we've already made our adjustments, but just to prove a point, as I mentioned earlier, if you go here to the right side where it says color adjustments, you can go there and do the same adjustments that you can do in Lightroom. So necessarily you don't have to use Lightroom. You can bypass the whole thing. You go here, you scroll down, you go to temperature, tint, exposure, contrast, brightness, highlights, and you can do it all here. So once you're done there, like I mentioned, we're gonna go over to portrait retouching. Guys, this is an amazing feature in Evoto. This is a really, really cool feature. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see the difference, and I'm also going to set the before and after slides so you guys can see. So on the left side is the before, and on the right side is the after. So once the edit is applied, you'll see it on the right side here on the screen, guys. And in the meantime, feel free to send over any questions you guys have. I'll stop what I'm doing, stop what I'm saying, so that way you guys can see clearly, and that way I can answer any questions. So as you can see, there's a few wrinkles, there's a few blemishes that I would like to remove. I don't want to overdo it, because if we give this subject some completely different pictures that don't look like him, I don't think he's going to be happy, because you want people to look realistic. You know, fix them up a little bit, help them out a little bit, but don't necessarily have to completely just create a different person. So what I mean by that is, let's just maximize these sliders. Let's get away with changing everything. So let's get rid of those dark circles. Immediately you just saw a major difference there. Let's get rid of the eye bags. Another major difference there. He's a completely different person at this point. But he looks good. It looks good on him, right? But I feel like if we remove freckles and acne and just remove all of the wrinkles, for example, like the eye wrinkles and then the forehead wrinkles, again, it looks fantastic, but it's just not him. So we need to leave some character. We need to leave some of him there. You know, I'm pretty sure he'll appreciate it, but yeah, let's not do that. Let's bring back some wrinkles. Don't get rid of all of them, you know. So we're gonna go back, leave some eye bags. We're definitely gonna reduce face shine. Check this out, guys. That feature right there just removed the shine that was coming from the specularity of the light, and it was just a little bit too hot, so lower it just a tad bit, not too much. All right, guys, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get rid of this little dimple here. I think that we can get away with using the healing tool on Evoto. So just lower it just a little bit more, not too big. Right there should be good enough. Let's see what that does. And perfect. So we're gonna go right back to editing. So far we got some advancements here. And we have a question. So we have, do you ever use a CPL for sunny photo shoots? I have a little experience with that. I do have polarizer lenses. I actually, let me think. I do not have a CPL lens for my 135. I actually do have to purchase one. So that's a good question. Um, the only times that I find that useful, in my opinion, is when you're shooting glass or glass buildings or anything with reflections. That tends to help a lot when it comes to things like that. But I don't really use it that much. I have one. I honestly, I'll get away with using a CPL as my protector for my lenses. So I have a CPL on my 24. I have a CPL on my 72-200, and I have a CPL on my 50 millimeter as well. So I have to get one for my new 135 lens, but I don't use it much. All right, so I'm gonna go back to Evoto. There we go. Actually, can you guys even see Evoto? Can you guys see Evoto on my screen? Wow, I've been editing this whole time. Oh my goodness. This is how you know I'm new to this. One sec, guys. I've been editing this whole time. You guys can't see anything. Silly me, silly me. Let's start over. Let's start it over. Let's start it over. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's reset this photo here, man. That's insane. All right, so we just started over, guys. Look at that. We'll bring it back in. So there we go. So yeah, like I was saying, you don't want to make him look different. So we're gonna start off with some freckles and acne. I'm gonna show you guys what I was talking about: removal of freckles and acne, dark circles. Let's get rid of eye bags. Let's get rid of 11 wrinkles, forehead wrinkles, eye wrinkles. This man looks completely different on the right. And if you look closely, the left side is before, the right side is after. So that's a really, really good question. I am a lover of Magmod products. I use the 42-inch Magbox softbox here. You can get away with any large softbox. So the way I explain it all the time is with softboxes, the closer the softbox, the softer the light. The bigger the softbox, the much softer the light as well. And I feel like in this case, the light was about, I would say, 2 feet away from him. It was very, very close. I actually, since it's shot at an angle, you can't really see the light, and I did that on purpose. It was intentional. But I try to get the light as close to the subject as possible. So in this case, if you look on the screen, the light was right over here, literally brush against this edge of the photo right here. Yeah. It really, really sucks when you completely change a person. And for me, at least, I like to make sure that they look true to themselves. You don't really want to do too much. He looks fantastic on the right side, but that's just not him, you know? So that's a good point, Francisco. That's awesome there. Forehead wrinkles, I'm going to bring them back down. Eye wrinkles, I'm going to show a little bit. I'm going to reduce some of that face shine. That's what I was mentioning earlier. It was just a little bit too hot for me. I'm going to remove, lower down the freckles and acne adjustment. I'm not going to do too much. And then I did remove this little dimple on his right cheek, our left. I did remove that using a healing brush. All right, and then, so there's this one here called the smile line removal. Check this out, guys. It literally removed his entire smile line, and I don't really use that slider quite a bit. I try to keep the smile lines for people. It makes sense to keep it. I don't ever see why you should remove that, but I just wanted to show you guys that feature. All right. And then we're going to remove neck wrinkles with this feature. So if you paid close attention on this area of his neck, that little slider just removed all of that, which is fantastic. All right, so let's zoom out real quick. Let's just take a look at what this portrait looks like so far. I mean, even if we crop it like that, that's still a great portrait right there. All right. And I'm taking my time with these edits, guys. I'm just sitting here just bullshitting with you guys. I'm not in a rush. So then after that, we can go down to, let's see what else I usually do here. Eyes. I don't feel like I have to brighten his eyes too much here, but you can go down to the red vein removal section and bring that slider up, and it'll make a difference. Like, slightly made a difference. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more here for you guys. If you take a close look, some of the red is now gone. And if he had glasses, there's a remove glasses glare function. That one is awesome. That one's really good. It actually does a really good job there. Evoto there is a subscription base model. They have a yearly plan that you can subscribe to, which I honestly consider and recommend just because it's cheaper. It's way cheaper. And say, for example, you've used up all your credits throughout the year, you can purchase more. And don't quote me on this, I believe it's 0.07 per photo, which is amazing. And if you're doing this for business, that should easily be tripled, if anything. You can definitely get away with charging somebody $1 for an edit if you really wanted to. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I could. He doesn't have any glasses. Let me see if I can pull up a photo of someone with glasses that I've shot recently. Let me see here. I was actually working on a headshot earlier, and I could show you guys that feature real quick. Let's see here. Unless I fixed it already. Yeah, I think I did. Actually, no. Matter of fact, let me see. Could be in here. Here we go. All right. So let's bring up this headshot here. If you guys take a look at the before on this side, there's a glare there, and it's minor. It's not crazy. It's not bad at all. But if you hit the remove glasses glare, which is already on, it's removed it. As you can see, it's no longer there, guys. So let me just bring it back down, and you can see on the right side it's still there, and then we'll remove it just by sliding that to the right, guys. So this is actually another great example of how you can get carried away. I mean, there's so many features available to help remove a lot of things on this specific headshot. And we can do, here, let's just max everything out one more time so you guys can see. Freckles, reduce face shine, dark circles, 11 lines, eye wrinkles, smile line, marionette lines, neck wrinkle, body blemishes. I mean, take a look at the guy on the right side. You know, it looks great. It looks fantastic. It's just not him. It's just not him at all. So there would be things that I would minimize to make sure that it's not just a fully fake. Because I mean, if this guy shows up and you're expecting the guy on the right, you're never going to recognize him. So neck wrinkles, let's bring it back. Body blemishes, let's leave it there. Let's bring this back. Let's bring that back. Let's bring back some of the wrinkles, not all of them. All right, let's see what the eye bags does. Not too much. Dark circles, we'll leave that there. Perfect. So then, guys, what I do, and this is the picky guy in me, I just go ahead and start working and removing certain things. For example, like little pieces of hair and things that just don't belong. Like this little piece right here, this little piece right there. Who else does this, guys? Who else is proud to admit that they go through little things that really just don't matter? Like little piece of grays, something on his lip. Yeah, and then I just go through it real quick, guys. I get a little carried away sometimes. Yeah, man, I definitely have experienced that, Francisco. I've experienced it where they're like, I want you to just blur everything out, make me look like Dr. Miami, you know, just saw me. and I'm like, okay, sure, you know, like they're clients at the end of the day. If that's what they want, that's what they're gonna get. And then when you do it, they're like, no, that's too much. That's too much. So you have to find like a happy medium that works for everybody. For me, the photographer, editor, and of course the client. But I don't get them too much, thankfully, because I just feel like that's not true to people. So, and this gentleman here has something in his eye. I think that's like natural to him. So I'm not gonna mess with that too much. I'm not going to bother taking this little piece out right here. But see, now I'm getting carried away because I'm focusing on little things that just truly don't matter. No one will ever notice. So that's a nice headshot right there, guys. That's pretty awesome. Also, if I wanted to switch the background on this guy, let's go and do that now. Show you what that looks like real quick. Have you ever experienced that, Francisco? Have you ever like had people like, oh no, I don't want to look like this. Modify me. Let's put this man in a blue backdrop. Check that out. Now he looks like he works for like Zoom. Fun Corporation. I love Evoto, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I love this thing. This is an awesome, awesome software to use. All right, let's keep editing. Let's keep editing. Let's see here. Let's go right back to Dr. A. Right, this one right here. I think we're pretty much done with what we needed to do there. So, any questions on this edit, guys? Any questions on this specific photo? If not, we'll keep moving. I'll give it a sec for you guys to answer. I know the chat is a little delayed here. Your sister gets the full treatment. Don't you love it? Like when you can literally give him like Dr. Miami vibes right then and there. Like, all right, boom, I'll make you a little skinnier. I'll make you, I'll make your body, your hips wider. Don't they love it? You better tell her it's gonna be $399 per edit. Get you paid like Dr. Miami. Butt lift, chin lipo. That's awesome, man. Who else is here with us? Who else? Check in the chat, guys. I'm not going to be here for too much longer. I just wanted to come in here and bullshit with you guys and just talk to you guys. See who's up. See who's live on this Friday evening. I'm going to probably leave this live up. What power do you have your flash? Okay, so that is really, really good question. So let's go back to Lightroom. Let me open this up real quick so you guys can see the screen. That's a really, really good question. Let's go back here. All right. So I believe you guys can see Lightroom now. So I shot this at 1/4000, aperture 1.8 and ISO 50. So I try to darken it out as much as I can. And I could have gone to 1/8000. I just felt that this was the best combination here. However, I used the lighting power was about 1/2 or 1/4. Don't quote me on that one real quick. And the power was definitely powerful because it was very, very bright. It was really bright out there that day. It was getting really hot. And at this point in the specific shot, there was no shade whatsoever. So we were in direct sunlight, as you can see. So I really wish I had like a shot where this was me testing it. So I'll show you, this was me testing everything. This was 1/2000 at 1.8 ISO 50. And it was really, really bright. Yeah, don't you love that feature where you can just tether and just show them live what you can do? That's really awesome. Let me see here if I can show you guys one where, flash didn't go off, like this one here. This shot right here, the flash did go off, but I was still positioning the lighting based on where it was coming from. And I figured that it would look nice on the right side, but I switched it and then put it on the left. I really like this shot right here. Like, do you guys feel the brick on the left is distracting? Or do you like the rule of thirds here? Like, do you like the rule of thirds framing here? I'll give it a sec for you guys to catch up. I know the stream is a little laggy here. So yeah, I like this. I like the shot a lot. I don't think that the brick is too distracting in my opinion, just a tad bit. So I feel like in this kind of photo, this would be great for like a website banner, like a banner that goes on top of the website where maybe there's like a logo here to the left. You can make it like an advertisement of some sort, or maybe like even some sort of caption there. This could even be an ad on Facebook or social media. Yep. Thanks, Francisco. Appreciate it. Um, but yeah, that's that shot there. Let me see. There's a few more here. I got him in some trees, but the problem with that was that the sun was shooting through some of the leaves, and I didn't really like that. Like, it looks okay, but I felt it was a little bit distracting in my opinion, so I just moved him away from that. He had his lab coat on as well, so we did some of those, which that one's not that bad, even if it's the leaves are like, I'm sorry, the sunlight shooting through the leaves in some spots. It's not too spotty at all, but not too distracting either. And the focus was on his right side, well, our right, his left side, because you wanted to see more of his name. You don't really care for the hospital or the brand. So since these photos are going to be used for his practice, he wanted his name to be more focused than anything rather than the name of the hospital. There goes that one. There's another one I really like. Let me show you guys. This one right here. This shot is really nice. Yeah, man. Go enjoy that. Go have fun with Taco Bell. Go have fun, bro. Thank you so much for tuning in, Francisco. I appreciate you. But yeah, guys. So what other whoever everybody else who's here, what do you guys have planned for the weekend? Anybody working tomorrow? Anybody doing anything special? Let me know. Let me know. Just catching up with you guys, catching up with everybody who was here. And I hope I was able to answer your question, Creative Mind. All right, I'm going to be logging off here pretty soon, guys. I just basically wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit, chit-chat a little bit, catch up, edit a little bit, show you guys what we got going on. So if for those of you who come back to the stream and it's no longer live and you're watching the playback, I hope that this helped you out a little bit. Sorry for the beginning part there where you guys weren't seeing the editing. But if you have any questions about Evoto or Lightroom or Imagine AI, if you want to obtain some free credits for Evoto, feel free to send me a message on Shoot with Ray Instagram, Shoot with Ray. And I'll be able to send you a direct link where you can obtain some free credits so you guys can give Evoto a try. You don't have to waste your credits. The cool thing about Evoto is you can edit 3,000 photos and they won't charge you a dime until you export. So yeah, if you want, give Evoto a try. Don't download it yet. Use my link first so that way you get those credits. After that, you get 5 credits, which means 5 free edits. If you like it, go ahead and sign up for it and buy a package from them or a subscription. And if you don't, that's totally fine as well. But I'm here to help you answer any questions in terms of lighting, framing, editing, anything you guys have. I'm here to help. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now or later. Go check some of my videos out. I got a whole bunch of stock videos of different things, lighting, BTS, vlogs. Shutterfest was amazing Creative Mind. I appreciate you asking that question. WPPI and Shutterfest are two completely different beasts. They're both educational. They're both great in terms of learning because they both have a class setting. So for one price, Shutterfest, you're paying to enter the entire convention conference and have the option to register for pretty much any class you want to enter for. However, with WPPI, you're paying one price and you're going to have limited availability in terms of classes. You do get to enter the show, browse the trade floor, mingle with other people, and network with other photographers and other vendors, but you don't have access to each and every single class. So that's the only downfall with WPPI. So you have to invest in the classes that you really want to participate in. But they're still very great people at WPPI, great educational mentors and great classes there as well. So I really respect both events. I feel like you can definitely learn a lot from both. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions on that, like I said, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, Shoot with Ray, or Shoot with Ray on all platforms. And I'm here for you guys, and I appreciate those of you who stuck around with me from the beginning to the end here in this live chat. This is episode 2 of live edit and chat with me. I'll be doing these every so often, not a lot, but little by little, right? So if there's any other editing photo shoots that you guys are interested in me editing live, let me know and I'll be happy to do that for you guys. So thanks to those of you who stood by. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.